first go through the hardware, as in what you need to connect in order to make the whole thing work. Then we're going to go over how to configure the Wi-Fi module for your for any of your systems, Wi-Fi routers, etc. And finally, I'm going to show you how we can, given a connected Wi-Fi module and a started system, how we can connect to our computer using let's say, a Wi-Fi router. And then I'm going to show you how I connect current control to the whole system using also Wi-Fi. Okay, so hold on, let me put a bit more, yeah, so you can see this video. Okay, so here's the our drone. It's very similar to the one that you have. And so far, I have disconnected the Wi-Fi module because that's basically how you have it right now. Okay. At any time that you want me to be more clear on something, please just tell me, and I'll be more clear about it. So the first thing you need to do is put it here. There is a small patch here of Velcro. Just be sure to put it all the way over here. Yeah, nice and easy. Okay, and also, do you see this cable? Yeah, okay. So there is a small port called here telemetry 2 or telem2. Sorry, I think you can see it. Hold on, I think it's better if I. Yeah, this much. Okay, so there is a port over here beneath this one of telemetry 1, which is called telemetry 2. Okay, so what you need to do here is connect the cable from the Wi-Fi module to the telemetry 2 port. Okay, yeah. And that's how you connect the Wi-Fi module to the Pixhawk. Okay, now, second thing that you are going to want to take into account is the battery. In here, there is a small spot for the battery and Velcro tie. So here you can use a battery, tie it here. Make sure that the tie is how does it stay pretty well. So I will try to put this over here so that you can see it. Yeah, that should do it. Okay, so you put the battery over here. Put the tie over here and make sure that it's relatively tight. And then you put this over here, make sure it makes contact with the other side of the Velcro. If you feel it's a bit too, not too, how do I say this? A bit too soft, maybe? Yeah, you can make this a bit harder and tight as well as you can. Okay, and then when you want to connect the whole system, you connect this over to here. Okay, finally, the last part of the hardware is the batteries for the Wi-Fi module. In the initial parts of the project, we saw that the Wi-Fi module took too much electrical power from the PX4 board. So we made it so that it worked on its own with its own batteries. So what you have to do is first put a battery over here. I recommend using the this part over here as the, let's say, thing that holds it together. Yeah, sorry, you can see how I can stick to here, and then using this part down here to tie the whole thing. Yeah, sorry, I don't think I'm making a very good on this. Let me put it here so that you can see it. Yeah. Okay, so you put it here. Make sure it's in tight well enough. And then, yeah, you see how that works out. Make sure it's stable enough. Then you can do the very same thing over here. told you that this needs to be here. Put this all the way here. And yeah, as you can see, it's pretty tight. Okay, so that's it for the batteries. In order to control them, you have to connect both of these to both batteries. They're in series, so they're not going to. Yeah, you have to connect these two cables, and these two cables, because otherwise this system is not going to start.
Sure.
So initially, your system is going to be configured for our own router, but you can reconfigure it by first connecting it to the batteries without having anything else connected to the system. I'll show you how. So, for example, first I will show you. First connect this to this. Then do the same with the other pair. And once it's connected, you're going to see a red light here. That means it's connected. Okay. So once that happens, you're going to wait for about a minute. Okay, and so you're going to wait for a while until you see a new network in the come up. That's going to be about 40 seconds. And yeah, we can't lower this this time. It just works like that. That's because right now it's searching the router that it's configured to connect to. But since there is no router here, after a while, it goes to another mode in which it starts, how do I say this? Okay, yeah. In which it starts broadcasting its own signal. And that's the new one here, MOCAP bridge. The password is MOCAP bridge with both this M and B as a minuscule, yeah, lowercase, sorry. Okay, so you connect to this.
I think as soon as he hit wireless, I think he got disconnected from the network.
Oh, yeah, I think that's what happened. But his other system should be working. Juan, can you hear us through your phone?
No.
Yeah, I think he's down. We didn't take care of that possibility. Let me message him. Let's see what's happening.
Probably has his phone muted, but it looks like it's still working because you can see him moving.
No, it's working.
Oh.
Juan.
Sorry, it's just that
Yeah.
I think I disconnected because of the.
Right.
Yeah,
so you might have to start your microphone from the phone.
I think I know how to correct this. Yeah, I'm going to use my cell phone to guide you through this. Is that okay?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, I am also going away again. Sorry, guys. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Perfect. Can you pin my screen?
Is it not pinned? I think it is pinned.
Okay, so can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah. I go select the network, and this network is going to appear, which is a MOCAP bridge. The password is going to be this, but M in and B are going to be in lowercase. I think we already have the password in the instructions, right, Kit?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So you connect to it. And once you do this, you're going to go to, hold on, I want to, yeah. 192, yeah, here. 192.168.4.1. Can you see this?
Yes, it's in the PDF also.
Yeah. So you do this, and you are going to be sent to the Mafning Wi-Fi bridge page. Here you have a couple of options, but first let's go to the setup. Okay, so in the setup you're going to see a lot of options. Here, Wi-Fi mode, access point, or station. Access point is where the Wi-Fi module has its own access point, while the station is the one in which it connects to another Wi-Fi router. You're going to switch to a station, and here you're going to set up the SSID of your router along with with its password. I don't think this affects anything. Yeah, this is the no, sorry. Yeah, this is the one. This is its own access point and its own password. Remember that I connected to MOCAP bridge, and to the password is MOCAP bridge with both in lowercase. So there is this one called a station SSID and a station password, and that's the SSID and the password of the router to which I'm going. I want the module to connect. Then here you set up the station IP, station gateway, and the station subnet that you want the Wi-Fi module to have within your network. And finally, you can also set the host port and the client port, which are 1451 and, sorry, can you see this?
Can you move the camera a little bit towards you, like a little bit further away from the screen? Yeah, yep, now you can see everything.
Okay, sorry, yeah. Yeah, you can see that you can also set up the station IP gateway and subnet that's going to have within the network of your Wi-Fi router. And finally, you have the host port and the client port. I suggest you leave it as 1451 and 551 and 14556. And finally, you have the baud rate, which is 921 and 600. That's again, leave it as is. The Pixhawk can handle it.
So
okay.
Juan, we don't need to change anything, right? We just need to flip the Wi-Fi mode to station.
No. We don't need to change anything. They are going to need to change at the very least these two.
What are these the username and password for? What device is px4_bridge?
That's the password and the SSID of the router to which I want the Wi-Fi module to connect.
Oh, that's your router. Okay.
Yeah, that's
so
our
router.
Yeah. Again, this is already configured to connect to my router, but you guys are going to have to change this to connect to your router.
And where is this station IP coming from? Is this also the IP of the router?
No, this is the station IP that I decided to use. As in, this is the one that you are telling the Wi-Fi router to give you.
Okay. Oh, this is a static IP definition.
Yeah.
Okay.
With a static gateway and a static subnet.
Mm-hmm.
You can change this if you want to, but I would suggest you first try it like this. I also suggest you didn't change the host port and the client port or the baud. The baud rate, leave it as this, no matter what.
Okay. So just to confirm, only change the station SSID and station password and set the Wi-Fi mode to station.
Yes.
Okay.
Also keep the AP SSID and the AP password as is, unless of course you want to change it to other things which may suit better your needs. That's up to you. But the ones that you need to change are the access point to a station and the station password and the station IP. And I mean the station SSID and the station password. Is that clear?
Yep.
It is.
Okay, so no questions on this?
None.
Okay, perfect. So afterwards, you click save. And that's going to lead you to another page. this is fine. That means that everything's been set. So now what you need to do is, well, disconnect from the MOCAP bridge and disconnect the MOCAP bridge as internal block, like so.
So this just sets the MOCAP bridge to continuously talk to the router, right? As long as it is powered on.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back.
A lot of feedback.
Sorry. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So that's mostly it for the setup. Now I'm going to show you how to connect to the whole thing. So first things first, I'm going to turn on my router. And I'm going to wait a bit for it to connect. It shouldn't take more than a couple of seconds, but I think that's enough. So now I'm going to turn on the whole system. First, connect the, wait, can you see this? Yeah. First,
Yeah.
connect the battery. And then connect the Wi-Fi bridge. Okay, so now, okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to disconnect once more because I'm going to connect to the Wi-Fi bridge. So yeah, I'm going to disconnect once more. Sorry, guys. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so basically, afterwards you have to connect to your router. This is my router, by the way. This is the router that I chose. Okay, so once you do that, you go to the place where you have the Mafro stuff. I think, yeah, I think you can see the name. I called it Captain Mafro WS. Don't worry about this. This is just this, stop doing that. Then open terminal here. And you can, first things first, just in case it's not run, you can run the command can make isolated, which is made to compile the whole thing. And yeah, no biggie. Okay. So then we go to CDSRC. Then hold on, let me see. Yeah. Then you go to Mafros. And then you go to the, well, that's fine. Actually, I can just, maybe I press something. Just go to the utility scripts that we that is within Mafros and is within the SRC. Go to and open a terminal there. And here you can use the launch Mafros SH program. And that's going to help you launch Mafros and make a bridge between this computer and cure and control. And it's also going to allow you to open a channel to transmit MOCAP information and settlement information to the drone. You're going to have to do that in another terminal window, but for the moment being, let's just run this. Okay, here we go. And just wait for a moment. Yeah, and you can see it says HP requesting home position, and it's that's okay because we don't have a home position. We are beneath the ground, and we have no GPS.
Yeah, I was going to ask, like, this is going to take data from the MOCAP system, right? So there is no MOCAP system feeding data to you right now.
Right, and there's no GPS, but we can still enter see its status. Okay. So then you go to wherever you have the current control stuff. Wherever you have the current control start.sh, go over there, open a terminal, and then you can run current start.sh. Okay, you all know it's our version of RCAC because it says here current control RCAC. Okay, this is, by the way, this is the university. This is MR. This is where we do most of our tests.
Yeah. That MAR actually is not shown there. I don't know. It's an old picture, probably.
Yeah, it's another picture, but yeah, whatever. Anyway, you go here, click on this stuff, and then you go to, well, first things in first, general, you have to set this up as you wanted to. Here I have it in meters, square meters, and second and Celsius. It's going to originally be in inches and Fahrenheit. So be wary of that. Also, I'd suggest you set the following auto-connect stuff. No Pixhawk, no SIK, and no UDP. And then PXOverflow, Liberblood, and RTK GPS just as is. Okay, then you go to comlinks. I have 5 different things of here, but you can just use macros. Here, if you want to add this one, you can, for example, use add. Create map anything and then choose the UDP one. Since I don't want to, I'm sorry, yeah. Give it a name and then choose UDP, and I will give you the configuration right now. Here, if for you to use these macros, for example, which is the one that we're going to use, yeah, here edit. Yeah, you can see here macros UDP. Nothing here, and listening port it's 1450. That's what the launch script is configured to work with, by the way. So we just click here, okay, and then we tell it to connect to this.
Manual flight mode.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
Yeah, that means that we have been connected to it. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, well, obviously no GPS log for vehicle because we have no GPS. But now if we go to this tab, we can go to, sorry, yeah. If we go to this tab, we can go to the MapLink inspector, and you're going to see how numbers change, which means that we have connection to, at the very least, the PX4.
Yeah, where is it getting the data from? It's not getting any GPS data. It's all the EKF running, right?
Yeah, it's through the Wi-Fi module.
Okay, so it's getting its current state.
Yeah, here you can also see the RCAC stuff. We have set it to go to update very slowly because it doesn't need to eat up that fast, and we are seeing a lot of stuff. So we don't want to overload the, how they say this. So yeah, here you can see RCAC stuff. We can teach you later how to plot it, but for the moment being, this should be enough. And here is you go to the to this how do they call it?
Gears.
Whatever. Yeah, gears. You click on gears, and then you can go to the parameters tab. Here's where you do most of your calibration, and we have what we have been working on. Also, if you go here to RCAC, sorry, yeah, you're going to see a couple of parameters that can be changed for RCAC stuff. And you can also go here to change AKF in order to see the to improve the performance of the camera tracking in a way. Yeah, your estimates may be a bit off with respect to the camera, so you're going to be tuning this in that case. Actually, after I was done talking to you last time, you mentioned that the covariances may be the issue with our problem, and you're correct. The one thing that we didn't know is how they use their covariances. Actually, now I know that it's only 2 parameters which tell you that, but we can discuss that afterwards. Until at the very least we have a bit more, how do I say this, knowledge about the whole issue. Anyway, anything else you would like me to cover here, Ankit?
No, I think that's pretty good in terms of getting the hardware started.
Right. Actually,
Ryan, Ali Reza, if you have any questions, please go ahead.
Actually, I should before that I should cover something else.
Okay.
It's the RC controller. So let me start it. Yeah, you press this for a while, and then it's going to start. Yeah, just don't worry about it. Just press this, and it should be immediately. Yeah, you see immediately connected to the drone. Okay, so our drone basically functions with modes. Here we have it in stabilized. Here we have it in altitude flight mode, and the last one is automated flight mode. But as you can see here,
Switching to this mode is currently not possible.
and that's because we don't have any streaming data. And it's that is, we don't have any position data. So only when you have MOCAP data will you be able to switch to that mode.
Stabilized flight mode is the manual mode, right? Where you fly by.
Yeah, it's up in stabilized flight mode. You can fly without GPS. Although I think there is a flag in the settings that will not allow you to go off unless you have either GPS or any sort of how do I say this, position estimation. And of course, you know, Anki, that inertial navigation is literally no way of getting a position.
Right, right.
So anyway, by the way, I should also mention that these two sticks are what we use in order to change the RCAC parameters. We'll go more into detail once we get to testing, but for the moment being, you should know that we use this to change RCAC parameters.
I think these are switches 14 and 15, right?
Yeah, I think these are 14 and 15 in the setup. Okay. I need to check up.
Yeah. Oh, so one of them is a 2-state switch, so it's just on and off. So if you switch it off, RCAC is completely switched off in all.
Right here.
Yes, this is just on and off. And this one we use to do more of experiments where we degrade the performance of the fixed gain controllers by multiplying them by scalars. So it's like you can set them to 1, 0.5, 0.75. It's really hard coded in the code.
No, it's not hard coded.
So what is it now?
Yeah, you remember that. I can show you here. We can go to
we had alphas, yeah, in the parameters.
Yeah.
Alphas, okay.
Alpha, yeah. See?
Oh, right. Yeah.
You can set it here.
Yeah, so you can switch between different alphas using that 3-state switch.
Yeah, and as you can hear now, the drone is telling me that it wants to fly because it's putting on a sound, but don't worry about it. We are not going to fly right now.
Okay.
I guess that's it for now. Anything else that we should speak about, Ankit, or should I just disconnect everything?
Yeah, I think that should be enough for now. Right, Brian?
Yeah, I think that's great.
Okay, so I'll stop the recording and then I'll share this recording with you guys, and you can check it out when you're about to do the hardware assembly, or you can just email us at that time.
Yeah, no, I think that's great.